For us, it's been a game changer as a business. Historically, that's taken about half a day's worth of one of our employees' time. With the power of AI, we can shrink that down to about an hour.
Hello and welcome to this BT podcast series where we meet with business owners who are using technology to keep their companies thriving. They have some great tips to share and are ready to inspire you with small changes you can make which can have a big impact. Today, we're diving into how AI can help improve business operations. Now, I know learning AI can feel like learning a new language, but it's here to stay. So the question is, how can you get fluent and make it work for you? Today, we've got someone who knows all about getting the most out of AI, Jamie Haggerty. Jamie launched Presto Coffee 7 years ago following a successful consulting career. As a self-proclaimed caffeine addict, he found a gap in the market for good instant coffee, and Presto Coffee was born. By the second year, they had doubled their profit to £580,000. And today, they are forecast to make £1 million this year. Part of the reason Jamie has been able to achieve such impressive growth is through harnessing the power of AI to be more efficient with his time. Jamie is here today to help demystify AI and show us the best ways in which it can be used. Welcome, Jamie. So tell me, when did your AI journey start?
My AI journey started about 4 years ago. So I launched my coffee brand online, and one of the AI tools that we used an algorithm to look at keyword searches across a number of different online platforms, which helped us optimize keyword bids for long tail and short term keywords to save us money and in the long term grow our business. The AI industry has progressed in the last 4 years, so now we used far more advanced chatbots to do that job for us, but that's where it started.
Okay, so I think there'll be a fair few people watching this who haven't got a clue how to implement AI into their businesses. What would you recommend?
I think AI can be overwhelming to people who haven't used it before. I think starting off on social media, learning through videos online to try and get the foundations for AI. Searches online for AI tools is always a good place to start.
So I want you to break it down like AI for beginners and give an example. You can use a business as an example.
Yep.
Break it down. How would it work in a way that would benefit a business?
Okay, so let's take the example of a barbershop. And let's assume you've got 5 employees in the barbershop working full time. And you don't know when the busiest times of your shop are throughout the week. Now, what you could do is book in every single time someone comes into the shop manually, just in an Excel sheet. And then you could run that data through an AI chatbot. The prompt would be something like, analyze this data for my barbershop and tell me the most popular times of the week that we need staff in here to man the chairs. Plot it on a graph and present it to me in a PDF document. Press enter, walk away, have a cup of coffee, and then when you come back, there'll be a perfectly produced PDF document with a beautiful graph saying that at Wednesday, 4 o'clock, or whatever the time is, this is your busiest period, and that's when you need to have most people sitting behind the chairs.
And so how do you use AI day to day in your business?
So for us, there's a lot of data crunching. We are in a number of supermarkets up and down the country, and the supermarkets are poor at giving us that data in huge batches. So we take that data, we run it through a number of different AI tools to refine it, highlight where we are doing well, where we're not doing well, and then ultimately use AI to predict trends for us. We cater for about 120, 28, 29 pub sites up and down the UK. And so for us, we got this data from 130 sites, and it was in this PDF document, 130 slides long. It was a lot of data. And we could have line by line entered that manually into Excel, and it would have taken hours and hours and hours, if not a whole day. What we've managed to do is import that PDF document into an AI chatbot. And the prompt that we asked it to do was to separate all of this data line by line into an Excel sheet, making sure it's clear and precise for us to be able to read. And the export format was in an Excel format. So it took all of this raw data that was provided by all of these landlords and ladies across the country, compiled it into a really nice, neat Excel document that we can then make business decisions on. So we've got this output, and it's probably saved us maybe 8-9 hours of time inputting all of that information. And it's also improved the human element of potentially making a mistake of converting it from a written PDF to an Excel sheet.
So prompts are a big thing when it comes to AI. I want you to explain what prompts are and how do you utilize it in your business?
The foundations of AI are what you feed it. And when you want a particular output, you need to put in that prompt to get the desired outcome. So, for example, I'm writing a post for an online blog. I need to feed into that prompt what the tone of voice is, the length of the output, what the target reader is, whether there's breaks or emojis in the text, and what the output is, whether it's PDF, online, or Word document.
So it's clear that AI has been crucial for operations. What other areas of your business has it been key and crucial for?
We use AI for LinkedIn, specifically creating content. We use AI to predict trends in searches within coffee. We then ask it to download information from the web, and then we kind of compile it into a LinkedIn post that can then be shared online.
So has using AI been a really steep learning curve? Because some people will think AI and think, oh God, not another bit of tech we're going to have to use. Has it been a real steep learning curve for you?
I think the first 3 or 4 months were quite challenging, and naturally we're going to kind of lean away from change. But I think AI helps you improve your processes. For us, the steep learning curve was worth it in the long term, yeah.
Are there any things that we should be aware of when it comes to AI?
Yeah, I think like with any software, you need to be cautious in its output. Check it, do your due diligence, and make sure that if you're sending it to for us, it would be like a supermarket buyer, for example. If you're sending it that document on, then do your due diligence, check it through, have that human touch at the end of it. So one thing people need to just be cautious of with AI is that you are uploading data to a cloud, and sometimes that data is out of your control. So if people are using chatbots, then they just need to be cautious and do their due diligence that information isn't detrimental to their business, or they feel comfortable uploading that information to the cloud.
So I know for me, AI has been an absolute game changer, and it's only been around for a short time and I cannot live without it.
Yeah.
What's the overall difference it's made to your business?
I think time saving for us, being able to keep things lean, save costs on hiring too many people, to spend hours processing Excel sheets, for example. For example, on a Monday morning, we collate all of our data from all of our sales channels. And historically, that's taken about half a day's worth of one of our employees' time. And with the power of AI, we can shrink that down to about an hour. We've pre-written all of the prompts beforehand, so we can just compile all that data quickly and effectively and have it into a format that is then easily digestible.
So tell me, what's next with you and AI, and how are you going to move forward your business with AI?
So I think for us, we are using AI to predict future trends within coffee. For example, we can overlay weather forecasts for the next 30 days in the UK. Naturally, you drink less coffee when it's hot. And so when we can predict those slightly longer weather forecasts, it allows us to reduce our stock holding across the business, which ultimately saves money, frees up cash for us to spend on other marketing techniques.
What free tips can you give business owners watching this when it comes to implementing AI in their business?
Naturally, it can be quite overwhelming to start with. So start off slow. Tip number 1 would be to help you create social media posts. Input a prompt. Your prompt could be, my audience is young professionals aged between 18 and 35. The topic is so-and-so. The output needs to be in a PDF document, and it needs to be clear, easy to read, and factually correct. Tip number 2 would be to structure how you can use AI within your business or in your daily lives. It can't do everything, so be realistic about what it can actually achieve. And AI ultimately is a tool. It's not to be relied on. It's not taking people's jobs. It's here to facilitate your working lifestyle. And then tip number 3, I think if you're a business owner, then prioritize learning more AI techniques over some of the maybe other old school technology-based programs like Excel, for example. For us, it's been a game changer as a business, and adopting it early, I think, was critical.
If you are interested in learning more about how BT can support your business, visit business.bt.com and search digital skills.